जय श्री माता जी। सभी लोग नमस्कार करके बंधन लेंगे। एंड बो डाउन टू श्री माता जी एंड टेक ए बंधन। महामंत्र और श्री गणेश मंत्र। अब हम संतुलन करेंगे, दाहिना हाथ जमीन की ओर, लेफ्ट हैंड टुवर्ड द स्क्रीन। यहाँ हम श्री माता जी से प्रार्थना करेंगे। श्री माता जी, हमारी ईरा नाड़ी में जो भी कोई दोष हो उसको भू माता में समा लीजिए। प्लीज क्लियर माई लेफ्ट साइड। दोनों हाथ सामने रखेंगे। नाउ लेफ्ट हैंड टुवर्ड्स द स्काई। हम श्री माता जी को प्रार्थना करेंगे। श्री माता जी, मेरे पिंगला नाड़ी में जो भी कोई दोष हो उसको आकाश तत्व में समा लीजिए। प्लीज क्लियर माई राइट साइड। दोनों हाथ सामने रखेंगे। पूर्ण रूप से चित्त अपना सर पे तालु पे रखेंगे। वी प्रे टू श्री माता जी। श्री माता जी, आप कृपया करके हमें निर्विचारता में स्थित कीजिए। हमें निर्विचारता में स्थित कीजिए। इसी स्थिति में हम श्री माता जी की अमृतवाणी सुनेंगे।
The knowledge about Kundalini has been expressed in many Sanskrit Shastras since long, and also in Ayurveda. It is described. Not only that, but the books which are for curriculum talk about Kundalini and the chakras. Because Ayurveda is very, very close to Sahaja Yoga. Even in the Western medicine to begin with, if you see the history, they too dealt with three doshas. They dealt with three problems that we have as in Ayurveda. The right side, which has got pitta, means bile. Left side, which has got kapha, means phlegm. And the central part, the problems of vayu, means the gases. Now, luckily, so many Western people have taken to Sahaja Yoga and have tried to bring down all the permutations and combinations to the simple reasoning of left, right, and center. But the knowledge of Sahaja Yoga is absolutely basics. Even Ayurveda is one step away from reality, or we should say the fundamentals. So you are dealing with the fundamentals of which a human being is built. And if this knowledge was found out long time back in India, should we not accept it? The reason why people went into meditation in those days and found out all these deeper things within ourselves, because they didn't have to fight the nature. You have seen here nature, how beautiful it is. You can spend all your life under a tree. While in the West, even before getting out of the house, you have to take at least 15 to 20 minutes to be prepared to go out. It's quite a struggle. So the nature has been so kind, and that is the reason people took to meditation and found out all these deeper things within themselves. When they found it out, it was all written in Sanskrit language. I have such a big, thick book on this, which has described all the Shakti, Pithas, and all the Shri Chakras, Brahma Chakra, Lalita Chakras, and all that. But this was just written down, but hardly any person got realization. But in any other language, like Marathi or Hindi, which was spoken and written by common people, nothing was done. Nobody knew about it. Only a few people who read about it, especially the Shaivas, they went into the research and they went into the work. But very few people really got realization. Very, very few. Then in the 12th century, only the Nath Panthis, who were experts of Sanskrit, who were following it rigidly, that one master should have one disciple, not more than that. This was their tradition. But in the 12th century, Jnanadeva, Jnaneshwara, who was another Nath Panthi, his guru was his own brother. He asked the permission from his brother that please allow me to say all these things openly. At least to say in Marathi language. Because the common people don't know anything about this knowledge. So he allowed him, and he wrote the sixth chapter of Ganeshwari, in which he described Kundalini. But it was in the 12th century. After that, many saints talked about it. Where we went yesterday to Satara, that's the place where Sri Ramadasa lived. He said that Kundalini, somebody asked how much time does it take to raise the Kundalini. He said that kshana means that moment. But the person who wants to take it should be deserving, and the one who wants to give should be capable. It's a big condition. This is such a big if, capital if actually. As a result, very, very few people got their realization. And those who were born as realized soul found it impossible to talk to people. Ganeshwara, such an enlightened soul himself, wrote one beautiful book called Amrutanubhava, which I will try to translate, which is very joy-giving. To me at least it's very great joy-giving. He went so deep into the understanding of this joy. I wish English language would provide me that subtlety to translate that book. That he wrote all these things when he was only 23 years of age. And at the age of 23 years, he got so fed up that he took a living samadhi. That is, he entered into a cave and killed himself. They all tortured him very much. Nowadays, this Andhashraddha, stupid thing, has not tortured us much. But all these saints in this country or any country have been very much tortured. And there was no police protection. There was no one to publish about what these people are up to. Despite all that, I find there are many Sahajogis who are now occupying very big positions in the government. And a day may come when everything will explode. The biggest problem of our country is something you cannot understand, because you don't have this problem there. The amount of corruption we have from A to Z for everything, that you cannot understand. I mean, I've never known any country where they have to such an extent. Even, say, in Philippines, it was only one person who was doing it. Here, every person has to get the money and has to pay the money to hire Johnnies. For this also, unless and until you get to Sahaja, it won't work out. And Sahaja can only be worked out if people understand that it is their heritage and that they have the capacity to understand Sahaja and capability to spread it. In North India it is much better, though the vibrations in Maharashtra are much better. It's something funny. Vibrations in Maharashtra is very good. The people in the North India are very good Sahajogis, and there are many, many, many in number. We can't say even in Bombay we get about 12,000 people for my programs. But still, the way it is spreading in the North India is very surprising. Also, it is spreading. This is Satara because it was blessed by Ramdasa, this district. I think everywhere there is a flower, there has to be thorns. And this district has got some really very bad culprits. Ahmednagar is much better. Aurangabad, we are doing much better. It will work out in Aurangabad much better. And then if you go to the other side, Berar, from where I come, it's going to work out very fast. Things are moving very fast there. I was amazed. So many people have told me that in Amravati so many are Sajogis, in Akola so many are there. And I was surprised. I have never been. So that is how it is spreading in Maharashtra. So your song of Maharashtra Desha is working out. It's not failing. But I think Satara is the most difficult place where we worked out. Yesterday I gave them left and right as to what they are. It has helped them a lot because those who came to oppose sat down and got their realization. So they are misleading people to start some sort of a new culture like you started hippism. And they are collecting young people. The young people are leaving their schools. Some parents came and complained to me about it. They are not paying attention to their studies. They are failing in their classes. And these people are stupidly using them. I asked some of the boys, what is your policy? He said, we have no policy. Then what is your aim? We have no aim. Then why are you doing this nonsense? They said, because whatever the elders tell us, we do it. I said, have you no personality, nothing? This exactly happened when this hippie movement started. Some so-called intellectuals started this horrible hippie movement in the West. And when they found they cannot do anything about it, they found it's going to fail. So many children lost their education. So many children I know became pregnant girls and boys started squatting. All that took them to the extreme that they became violent. But unless and until there is a change within yourself, how can you change anything outside? You cannot. And the first 7 people I fought were all hippies. Very difficult. They called themselves hippies, but they used to hog like a pig. They wanted all the comforts, everything free, extremely dominating and quarrelsome people. But the foundation was laid on them. It's very surprising. But I had to work on them for at least 4 years regularly. ते लोक आले त्यांना बोलून घ्या तिकडनं कोण आहेत ते. लक्ष ठेवा जरा इकडे बोलवा असे. So that is how Sahaja Yoga started. And today you know how much it has spread, how far it has gone. Only in Maharashtra this problem is there of so-called intellectuals. They call themselves, but they have no intelligence. I talked to one man, I got fed up. He didn't know anything about spirituality, he didn't know anything about medicine, he didn't know anything about science. I said, now what do you know? It was impossible. So such people who are jobless, we call them Rikam Tekade, they have no work. They are starting all such things and we should not be upset with them. They are trying to create problems and they are getting money from some sources. They are afraid. I think the politicians are afraid, perhaps, that Sahaja may turn their tables down because we believe in honesty. And maybe a day may come when these honest people might harm them, perhaps, I do not know why. This may be one of the reasons these people are frightened of us. Whatever it is, we have to understand that for doing any great work, one has to sacrifice. Of course, you are not going to be crucified like Christ, no. Nor you have to sacrifice as my parents sacrificed for the independence of this country. Nor you are going to be tortured. But little inconveniences you may have. But I must thank you very much because of your coming here and singing Marathi songs. They are quite impressed. And they think it's only possible because you are all Sahajogis. Otherwise you could not have done it. So if there are any inconveniences, think that it's a joke. That's all. Today I was thinking we should do the puja of Shri Chakra and Lalita Chakra, which we have never done. This is the right place to do these two chakras today. Lot has been written about Shri Chakra and about Lalita Chakra. But to understand fundamentally, the left side, when it reaches up to Vishuddhi, then it uses on the right side the Shri Chakra, on the left side the Lalita Chakra to manifest itself. These two chakras are the ones who manifest all that you see. But these chakras are the ones who emit vibrations of different kinds. And because of their angularities, like if you have some sort of a cardboard attached with small, small holes of different colors, which rotates all the time, you get different colors. Also, you can get different permutations and combinations. In the same way, different permutations and combinations are created. And that is how you get all the advantages of Sahaja Yoga. So these two chakras are very important. I do not know if you know of any mantras about Sri Chakra. But I'll give you a book. Later on, I'll translate it to you and you can compose something for Sri Chakra. Sri Chakra on the right side, Lalita Chakra on the left side. So what we are really worshipping today is Mahasaraswati power and Mahakali power, both put together. So now we have started combining things, not individual. Now these two energies are very important. Without the energy, without the power, nothing exists. For example, if this light had no power to give light or to burn, it is useless. In the same way, without getting your realization, you are useless because your power is not awake, at least not complete. But these two powers give us lots of benefits even without realization. Whatever you see in this world created is done by these two chakras of the Adishakti. But here the power doesn't move. It's not moving. But in the human being, the power starts moving. When it starts moving, then we can say it is creating another world. But movement is not the only thing. This power acts, gives you intelligence, gives you all kinds of things which you have as human beings. But later on, this power itself becomes enlightened within you. Means the left and right side both become enlightened. This enlightenment, you get it when you get your self-realization. But not immediately. Not immediately. This one should understand. For example, if you have pain or if your chakra is catchy, you have to use your hands. You cannot say that the energy is flowing within me, so it's all right, I can manage. It's not like that. You have to use your hands to impart that power to yourself or to others. If you have pain in the stomach, then you can say that if there's energy in my stomach, why should I have pain in the stomach? But the play of these chakras have to come. And that is why you have to use your power of your hands. If you cannot use your hands, then you cannot impart this energy. Many people have asked me that, Mother, when will it move horizontal? It will move horizontal, no doubt. It does. But even that horizontal movement is to be guided by these two very important chakras. So you must understand the importance of these two chakras within yourself. That's why I have told many a times, don't move your head too many times. And this way many people talk. I mean, it's style of talking. No, this, that. Very common with French especially. That's another way you are not respecting your chakras. Shouldn't move your shoulders too much. Mostly they talk like this. Is anti-chakras. Anti-chakras. Should keep your shoulders straight. When you are singing, you can move your whole upper part. Is all right. But not your shoulders. This is the thing one has to understand, that these two centers are to be looked at. You can move your neck, your body when you are singing. It's important. That helps. But not your shoulders. Shoulders are to be kept intact. But while saying just yes, you need not go on yes, 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 yes. It's very, very simple thing. But it can have a very bad effect. And those who move their shoulders too much do not feel vibrations much. Because the chakras are not all right. It's a very simple thing to be understood, that they are the most important chakras we have. And whatever is to be used out of this Paramachaitanya, they have to be used by these two centers. Even supposing your some chakra is catching on your spinal cord, you have to use your hands. Somebody can say, I can just put my attention. Doesn't work out that good. Because yet your attention has not reached that stage where these chakras, like Lalita chakra and Shri chakra, obey your attention. They do not. So you have to Work out with your hands. Be careful. Don't move your shoulders too much. And if you see now, Indians, when they sing bhajans, they'll move the whole body. They'll do like this, but never their shoulders. The shoulders will move in the same way as the neck is moving. They might move their neck also, but they'll never move their shoulders like this, and is regarded as inauspicious according to Indian standards. Because of this culture, based on what the saints have told, and also about many seers have told, it is more related to spiritual life than to materialistic life. Now, the materialistic life, unless and until there is the foundation of the spiritual life, takes you to a very partial development, you can say. But to get a full development, you must have your foundation on spirituality. That's why spirituality, being the foundation, has to be deep, has to be fully equipped, has to be absolutely perfect. Then the whole building can be built. It's gone wrong in the West, doesn't matter. Now you can build it up. And then you'll be surprised how you become really solid people. This is a very short talk about Sri Chakra. I think I should sit down and write all about it, and it will be a nice, handy thing for you to read. But you must know that beyond thought, when you go, these chakras become extremely efficient because the thought puts a pressure on them. And because of the pressure, the movement of these chakras is very slow and ineffective. But once you can get out of your thoughts and go into thoughtless awareness, then these chakras start working it out and you start moving much deeper into your own being. मी आज श्री चक्र आणि ललिता चक्र या दोन चक्रांची पूजा करावी असा विचार करत आहे. श्रीचक्र आणि ललिता चक्र हे दोन्ही आपल्या खांद्यामध्ये आहेत. श्रीचक्र उजवीकडे आणि ललिता चक्र डावीकडे. हे फार महत्त्वाचे चक्र आहेत. ह्या चक्रांच्यामुळेच जे काही जगामध्ये झालेले ते आदिशक्तीने बनवलं आहे. हा आणि था किंवा महाकाली आणि महालक्ष्मी, महाकाली आणि महासरस्वती ह्या दोन शक्त्यामुळे आपली डावी आणि उजवी बाजू बनलेली आहे. पण ह्या शक्त्यांना चालवणारे जे चक्र आहेत ते पहिल्यांदा अनुक्रमे ललिता चक्र आणि श्रीचक्र आहेत. म्हणूनच जोपर्यंत तुम्ही हात लावत नाही किंवा हाताने व्हायब्रेशन्स घेत नाही किंवा तुम्ही हाताने व्हायब्रेशन्स देत नाही तोपर्यंत हे व्हायब्रेशन जात नाही. पुष्कळ लोकांचं असं म्हणणं आहे की आमच्या पोटात जर व्हायब्रेशन्स आहे तर आमचं पोट का दुखावं. कारण अजून श्रीचक्राने तुम्ही त्याला जागृती दिलेली नाही किंवा तिथे तुम्ही ते चैतन्याचं पाणी दिलेलं आहे. ते जोपर्यंत तुम्ही श्रीचक्र आणि ललिता चक्र पूर्णपणे व्यवस्थित सांगोपांग समजून घेत नाही तोपर्यंत ते ललिता चक्र किंवा श्रीचक्र कसे कार्यान्वित आहे ते समजणार नाही. पण ते न समजताना सुद्धा एवढं लक्षात ठेवलं पाहिजे की खांदे उडवणे किंवा खांद्यावर फार जोर देणे वगैरे हे सहयोगाला संमत नाही. बोलताना पुष्कळांना समजते खांदे उडवून बोलायचे किंवा खांद्यावर काहीतरी फार भारी असं काहीतरी ठेवायचं. ह्या सर्व गोष्टी करू नयेत आणि आपल्या खांद्याची रक्षा करावी. कारण ह्याच्यामध्ये हे दोन फार महत्त्वाचे चक्र आहेत. याबद्दल मी स्वतःच एक बसून लिखाण लिहिणार आहे आणि ते तुम्ही लोकांनी वाचलं तर फार बरं होईल.
जय श्री माता जी। श्री माता जी से हम ये प्रार्थना करेंगे, श्री माता जी आप कृपया करके हमारे अंदर श्री चक्र और श्री ललिता चक्र के सारे गुण हमारे अंदर पूर्ण रूप से प्रस्थापित कीजिए। Shri Mataji, please give us a witness stage so that we can remove all our weakness. Shri Mataji, please keep us in reality and keep us away from the illusion. Thank you, Shri Mataji. We'll bow down to Shri Mataji and we'll take a bandhan. Jai Shri Mataji.